What up, G's? It's your boy Prophet74. Today we finally got the wireless adapter, VIVE wireless adapter. It's been a while, so we're gonna talk about the old function, which is a TP cast. If you guys see it here, it's the old one, right? The old wireless adapter compared to the new one, and I'm gonna let you know why we're replacing it. This is my VIVE. You guys see it? Yeah, there's these air fans right here. These little tiny miniature air fans. They're pretty cool. I like these. These I bought from it was a GoFundMe Kickstarter, and these are awesome. I mean, for sweat and stuff like that, they're pretty neat. What's up, man? What's up? What's up? What's up, Stagger? So, in fact, I got this so Stagger could come and play some games with this, but he hasn't been able to play his VR games here, so. For today, we're gonna have to replace this with this, and we're gonna open the box first.
What's up?
What's up, Lone Star? Haven't been here for a while. I've been a little bit too busy, but I'm coming around here and there. Actually, I'm post problem depressed over the fact that Black Ops is not out yet. So that's the only thing that everybody's waiting for. Every streamer, every gamer is waiting for that game. So. It's coming. It's, one more day for us to wait. And, tomorrow at 9 p.m.
Comes out tomorrow at 9 p.m. FYI.
Yep. I already could download it. It's 65 gigs to download. I have it pre-set up on all my systems. So in case one fails, I jump into the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and so forth. So I have it pre-installed already. It's ready to go. All I have to do is push play, and bam, no questions asked. But today, we're not gonna talk about that because I don't want to get depressed over that. Let's go ahead and talk about here. What is this? You're saying? You're probably asking. And I got a couple other things I'm gonna show off too. But first, I want to talk about this. Now, this original one I got, the TP cast.
Stagger Dog Woof Woof. You got it already?
Yeah, I downloaded it already. I got it, but not for PS4, only for PC. So it's downloaded. It lets me download it. In fact, you could probably download it now, but you're not able to play it. So let me talk about this wireless that I have. This is a nice wireless device, but it's a little bit complicated, and you need an actual router to run this this wireless device. It functions very well. It connects with these connections here. It has a HDMI connection, of course, and a USB connection, USB 3.0. Actually, this is a 2.0, and it ran pretty well for its time. And the only problem is that it needs a router. You need an extra internet connection to you're gonna have to sacrifice an internet connection from your original router. So I didn't like the fact that I had this router. I just don't like routers that I'm not recognizing. It was a Chinese factory made. Who knows what they were running in the background? They're probably bit mining or something during the background. Who knows? But that's why I'm gonna remove this one, because we're no longer gonna need it. It's no more. Because after I saw this in E3, and I went to E3 this year and I saw the new device, and of course, sold. I saw it and I was like, hey, we must get it. So let me remove this whole sucker here. Damn, how do you take this totally apart? Oh, it comes out through here. Damn it. The front. I'm going to try to take out the whole system here so you guys can see how it works. And I'm going to show you exactly some of the ugly things about this thing. And not to get me wrong, it served me well while it lasted, but it's time to move on. I mean, the new stuff always comes in and the old stuff comes out. I mean, this one, it needed a dedicated router just to make all this run, and it's a pain in the ass. So right now we're gonna remove this right in front of you guys so you guys can see how hard this shit is. It's not something that big sausage fingers is hard to pull things out. There we go. So I'm gonna remove all the cabling first. The audio is the most important one. I got to make sure it works. Now this new system, it works flawlessly because you don't need a router. I'll tell you what you need. All right, so let me remove this first so I could explain in details of all this stuff. I should have done it before the stream, but I want you guys to see how it's done, how it's done. how you get rid of this stuff, because it could be a tutorial for you guys out there that are just buying this stuff or are into the VR. And you know, VR is kind of dying out right now. There hasn't been that much to come out. I did play some PlayStation VR games that are out there, but I don't know. Right now, I just got invited to another new one, which is called Last Man Zero, I think it is. I forgot the name of it, but it looks like it's a really good game. So we're gonna take a look at it. So this is the wireless system that it comes with. You know, it's a heavy duty because you have this battery. This battery is an awesome battery. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's one of the best batteries I had for charging anything. And also, it charges the actual system. It keeps the system up and running with it. It's an anchor battery, but I have two of them, and these are going to be used not for this device no more, but they're going to be used probably for charging other accessories. And really good, reliable batteries. They last me probably an hour on the game, an hour and a half, which was really good, you know, on keeping this system up and running. But like I said, we're gonna move this sucker out and we're gonna bring in the new. And now the upgrades I did to this Vive, you know, there was quite a few updates. I mean, we set up the headsets, you know, in one of the videos I set up the headsets. These are awesome headsets, but you know, they didn't work very well with the other system because it was off and on. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna add the new stuff, and this is the old cable, of course. We're gonna open up. I'm gonna put this to the side for now, so we can open the new box and bring in the adapter. So let's see what you get here. This is my first time. I haven't even opened it, to be honest with you. I know what's in here, to be honest with you, because I've been to the shows and I ask questions, and I know how it works. But you might not know how it works, so I'm gonna explain to you. This is your horns. I call them horns. They go on top of your head. This is the actual receptor that intercepts the wireless device, you know. And it's all powered by Intel. So it's ugly. This base is ugly. So when you're wearing it, you're wearing like a freaking horns on your head and shit, you know. So it's like a bull, like raging bulls, you know. Let me take it out how ugly it is. You know, this is how ugly it is, you know. But I'm telling you, it's a very powerful system, this one. It's a very unique. The antennas are built in. It has a 3.0 USB. And of course, the main adapter, which is a HDMI in there connection, you know. Now, when you're wearing this, you're going to have to wear like a bow, you know. You're wearing it like over your head, you know. But the reception of it is supposed to be really good. It's supposed to grab the audio, and it's supposed to sync up better than the last one. The last one was horrible. This actually has better sync ratios on the system. The audio too, that was a big thing. If you're not matching your audio with your gameplay ability, you're gonna have problems with orientations. You know, you're gonna get dizzy because sound and visual go on hand in hand. So you get that. Let me move the rest of the stuff. You get that. Let's open it up. You get a booklet. You get a long cable, and I know what this cable is for. You need to get more adapters. The instructions, you know, if it's American made, they make it well good products, you know. So, and this is one battery. It comes with one battery. They just give you one single battery, but the single battery is supposed to charge. But I'm not sure if it's compatible with the other one. If it's compatible with the other one, let's see if it fits. We might be in business. So look at that. It's a belt clip. It kind of fits a little bit, you know. So it's Hcc. It says Hcc Battery. So there's only one connection in here, and it tells you how much charge it has. Right now it's green light. It's about two lights. I don't know if it's 2 hours, 1 hour. I'm not quite sure. That's what I'm gonna understand and test it out. But today we're just gonna do an open box. Now, what else do you get? Oh. You get something, a little cable in there. Everything's important in here, so I'm trying not to toss it away from me. This is the most important device from all of them. This one is the actual antenna that actually transmits the signal from your computer to the actual receiver. So this one shoots the beam to this system. So they don't give you too much slack on it, which is poorly. I thought they were gonna be much more. I'm not sure if it's replaceable, because I will replace this cable with something longer. It's only about like 5 feet, maybe 6 feet. They do give you a little stand for it that you could actually put over your monitor. It's probably based on the bottom too. Yep, there it is. Now this is another thing that's very important. The most important, another important thing. So this is the base. On this base, you place this device over it. This will go over either your monitor or somewhere, and it has a little clip too, so it could clip on like that. You know, it's pretty neat how they did this whole thing. Now I'm gonna put this right here on the side for now. I'm not gonna need this actually, so I'm gonna leave it right here. What was it? Oh, it was this way. We're gonna talk about this one. Now this one is it's gonna be transmitting over 1 gig over bandwidth, a wireless bandwidth, which is really fast. And this is an Intel base chip. It goes in the PCI slot 3X, 163X I think it is, or something like that. I'm not sure what number it is, but it goes in one PCI cards, and it's a miniature one. Damn, if I could get this damn thing out. Why is it stuck? I don't know why it's stuck. Doesn't want to be presented to you guys, I guess. There it goes. There he goes. So it looks like a wireless device, you know, but this is not a wireless to transmit the internet. It's only to transmit HDMI signal, which is the video signal. Now this one goes in one of the last slot. I could do a video how to install this, but if you don't know how to install this, then you got a problem. You shouldn't be messing around with this shit, you know. So this stuff is going to transmit the signal. You connect the antenna, and you got to make sure it relies back to wherever you're going to do the videos, or you're going to perform your VR system. So this is a very crucial. It's instead of putting a router on your home and running the router, this is going to be running the actual streaming. So it's pretty good. And depending on your system, the lag might be it might be lagging if you have a poor system. They have specs, so I recommend you reading the manual and looking at the specs before you purchase anything like that. So you have to have a certain type of machine to handle this hardware, because if you don't have the hardware to go with this system, then it's not worth it. So this PCI card that goes in here, like I said, it's an Intel chip based on an Intel, and it goes to up to 1 gig transferring rate. So which is really strong. Yeah, it says 1 gig right here. Transfer contains 1 gig. Yeah, so it's going to transfer the whole information over, you know, all your video quality that you're watching on your VR over the system. But prior to this, you have to install some application too on your system in order to do it. So when you're going to turn on your VR, you need to turn on the application first, and then it needs to make sure it locks into the signal of your Vive, and you're set to go. So it's not very complicated. Now the next version of the Pro, the VR Pro, it's a different setup. It costs actually another $100 more on top of that. This is a cheaper one. I don't have the Pro. I have the pobres. I have the pobres version, right? So this one, I'll put the pricing too, because it's I'm not gonna set it up today because I'm actually running on the system that's gonna be hosting this stuff. But I just want to show you what you get when you buy this stuff. And just to let you guys know, it's not very hard to install this and set up. I seen this already, how it's set up, and it's something very simple. It will work with your current setup that you have with your signal meters that you have. Not the meters, signal boxes. I guess they have A and B boxes around my unit. I have 2 of them. Their signals are crisscrossing from each other, so I could get a better reliable signal on the VR. Now this part right here, I like about this that it comes with the setup where you're gonna have to change the cables. They make it simple. On the next version, on the Pro version, there's actually less cables than this. This is the older version, so I have an audio, the USB, and the HDMI connection, which is 3-in-1 kind of thing. So what you will have to do is remove the existing one, which we just did right now, and pre-connect this one. Now On top of that, I like to do some, some cable management, and we're gonna do that right now. We're actually gonna connect that stuff and get it going. And then this cable is the one that charges this system here. So you pretty much have to clip this thing somewhere next. The cable has to be long enough to clip it. This powers this system with this cable with the USB in here. And then there's another connection, which is the, what is it, HDMI? Where the hell is that? I guess not. I guess that's what it is. Let me see if there's another connection on top of that. So it's in Chinese, It's not American made, I guess. First thing I say is American made. It's not. It's all Chinese. What is made in America these days? Nothing. So let me see what else am I missing. Some cables or something. And it looks like I'm not missing anything. I guess I got everything down. So this part, there's 3 cables that I got to reconnect to the system. And on one end, you pretty much have to set up all these 3 in here. And then the other end, you set up the other set. So it gives you A and B. They have instructions right here. There's a couple of labels here. Here's the labels. They tell you who connect. So this one, connect to the link box, connect to the link box, connect to the link box. So these go to the box, the front of the box. So that's simple. Tells you that they go all in the front of the box. USB, HDMI, USB, and the power. So that's how they're gonna have to be connected, and this goes into the system itself. Now, powering this sucker up here, they give you another connection, which is weird because I've never seen this connection, but it's probably for another accessory here. It's a weird one. It's not even HDMI. Let me see if you guys can see it. There it is right there. Oh, this side. It's a weird one. It's a long one. It might be for some other additional stuff that they're gonna come out. Now I know this thing powers this sucker up here, and this is a clip that you need. So they give you a little bit slack on it, and it's male to male on this one. Hey, don't get excited, Stagger. It's male to male. It means that the connections are the same. All right, don't get excited. It's not those kind of shows. All right. So the connections are male to male. All right. Now this little HDMI connection here, it's a 3.0. Oh, I see what it is. This is a little small, tiny one. So I get it. So what they do here, see, who needs instructions? Just need. So basically, you go plug it in here, and this one will plug into the other system. Oh, I get it. Oh, okay. So I see how it goes. All right, so let's get it going. Let's see how we can set up the whole process and make sure it's working. And let's bring in the VIVE, the original VIVE. So let me move some of the boxes, guys, so you guys can see better. And I'll move the power cords and all that stuff out of here. So right now I have the VIVE, and what I have to do is basically tie it down from the back. And oh man, did you guys see the commercial for Pet Sematary? Their remake of Pet Sematary? That is crazy, man. I remember watching that movie a long time ago, and they're remaking it. That is some funky stuff. So this one kind of ties down to the back, if you guys see that, because we want to make sure we expose that part of it. And then you put it underneath of it. You see underneath of it here. Then underneath it goes there. And I think I messed up with the other one. Where's the other one? Oh, it's underneath. Already tied down, my bad. So let me untie that one. It's what you want, ugly dog? We'll go inside right now. My dog's telling me he wants to do something. He wants to come on TV all the time. On YouTube and all that shit. So it's all set up here. Now the hardest part is probably connecting these cables back in here. Now in order to connect these cables, you gotta I like to pass them through these system, through here, because they have to, this system has to slide back, but it has to be this way. You have to slide it back pretty much. Now this one is my power cord, my power button here to turn on the fans, because this one, when you sweat and you're playing these games, you need these fans, man. The best thing I ever bought, man, this was for like 30 bucks, 20 bucks, I think it was. It was a Kickstarter, But great invention, man. It's something simple you can do at home. Just plug it in some regular fans, and it has a USB adapter here. And you could create this yourself, but somebody made it. Genius, you know. Busted out. Beat me with the idea, which I'm okay with it. But, you know, save you time, you know. I could have done something like that. I was thinking about it. Actually, I was doing something with a 3D printer, trying to print some modules that will help me out. But you know what? If somebody invented, somebody doing it, might as well take advantage of it and use it instead of reinventing the wheel. So now, if you guys see, I'm gonna try to plug them in, which you're not gonna be able to see from your end, but on my end I am. I'm gonna make sure they're plugged in properly. The HDMI goes in HDMI, and make sure that they're twisted right. There it goes. Okay, oh, shit, I almost messed up on this one. Try to put it. Come on. Okay. This one's giving me the most trouble. This is slippery. The whole damn thing here. There we go. Come on, come on. Oh, why isn't it going in? It should be that hard. So how about them Dodgers, man? Damn, World Series. I hope they don't mess it up, man. That's what I'm trying to think, and I hope they don't mess it up, man. Oh, there it goes. There we go. So that one's in. That one's in. Perfect. Just make sure it's nice and snug. You don't want it to display horrible or something gone wrong. That's the most important one, the HDMI. Now we're going to go with the USB. And then after the USB, we're going to plug in the audio. Now the audio will be the last one. The USB was simple. That one went in simple. Now the power cord that powers the whole unit. There it is. And then this one right here it's a little tiny one, but it's probably the most complicated one, to be honest, dude. Because it's the one that stretches all the way to one end. But today wasn't that bad. So we have them all plugged in. You have to slide this perfectly, slant it back first. Hold on. Because there's a little rail system that you do it, find it, and push it back, and it's locked in there. So that's ready to go. We got the last part of it here, which this goes over your head pretty much, you know. This is the whole system, and I'm going to show you how it's going to look like. And yep, this is it. That's how it goes, like that, the whole system. Now I don't like how it goes like that. I'm going to try to see if I could tie it down because it looks freaking ugly. This system in the back, let me see if I could just adjust it there somewhere. These are the old zip ties that I had for the old Velcro ties that I had for the other system. Not zip ties. There we go, something like that. Just trying to make it cool, you know, but you're not gonna look cool playing with this shit. So take out my glasses, twist the circles here. There's a twister here. Put it over your head, and then you twist it back. I have to adjust this right. You twist it back, and that's how you're gonna have the system. It's tied down up there on the top. It looks like I'm wearing horns, but that's how the system works. Like, it's ugly looking. Don't get me wrong, it is the ugliest shit I ever seen, but it is the best thing that's out there right now for transferring. Compared to the last one, you need, like I said, the last one you needed a router, and the whole system itself, it's ugly setup. It's the ugliest setup. And in fact, I gotta fix some of the slack here. Yeah, some of the slack is ugly in here. I just rushed it on that one. Jacks. So let me fix this part here. Tie it down here, and that's it. And it's all set up. So it goes something like this. You have your headsets. On the Pros, they're already built in, but on here, no. Now, like I said, for the Pro version of the Vive, it's more expensive. It's another $100 on top of that. Now this system, oh, you know what? I didn't give enough slack in the back, so I gotta probably go back and readjust it. Now let me go back and readjust it real quick. Sorry guys, but it's not that bad to readjust here. It's just a matter of these Velcros here. and give it some more slack. It's a little bit more slack, and we should be done. It's there. So now this one has to sit right behind the wheel, so you could tie it down, and the wheel is to twist it and tie the whole system down. Now I tied it down here because I don't like this cable to be too long. It's supposed to be like a long cable. I just don't like it. I'm gonna try to keep it together like that, and then to start this whole thing, you need your battery. Now this system is to charge right here. You charge your system, you charge the battery here. This is to charge the battery. This other one, we're gonna power it up right now. We're not gonna turn it on or anything like that, but we're gonna power it on to see how much. If the fans turn on, that means it's power on. So this one goes into the actual power cord here, the power connection here, in the back. Oh, it's the other way. So here, I'm gonna power it on. I'm gonna turn it on here. It's on. Now I'm gonna turn on these fans to make sure it's on. There's the fans. It's giving power. You guys see the fans? It's coming on, and I can feel them. Those are the fans. They're coming on. So the power's on automatically. There's a little red light too on the side of the Vive right there. That means it's powering on. So right now there's no signal or anything like that. I'm gonna turn it off. Turn it off, disconnect it. I don't want to run too much of a. I'm gonna charge the battery. You know, it's a battery. It comes with a USB type 4, I think it is. I forgot what it's the circular one, the wrong oval one actually. So type 4, I think that's what it is. So you plug this into a charging station, you charge it up, and you're all set to go. Now I want to test something out. I want to test my batteries, my old batteries. The batteries I had will work with this. So if they do work with this, we are in business. So I'm gonna plug one in. I'm not sure if I can mess this thing up. So then turn it on. Let me see. Nope. Nope. Oh, you know what? Yeah, there it goes. Hold on. Nope. This system's not gonna work with it. So it's unique. It's unique. This battery's unique. Anker's batteries didn't work with it. So I'm out of luck with these Anker batteries. They're freaking Ankers right now. That's what they're called, Anker batteries, you know. So overall, we have the whole system set up here. Really awesome little setup I have. I have not set up the card. I'm gonna do that later tomorrow or after the videos. Maybe I'll do that. But the whole system, it looks ugly. It's like the ugliest shit I ever seen, to be honest with you. But it's the best thing out there right now. I mean, my setup is ugly right now, but I'm very comfortable with it. Don't like the horns, you know, but if it gives me the signal and it's wireless and I don't have to wire it and I don't need a router to run this stuff, it's pretty awesome. I should just probably raffle that thing too, the router. Get rid of it. Now I'm not going to use the other one, but those people that need something like that will probably be, you know, looking for that stuff on eBay or some shit like that, and they'll find it cheaper. Modifications on the Vive, I didn't do that many, but other than this wireless device that I have, which this probably be the last one I'm gonna purchase for this thing, because we're testing it out. We're actually doing we're moving place, and we need to find a better solution to have wireless, and this is what we're looking at, because we're moving to a smaller unit that we're not gonna have that much room. So this is probably the best thing. Regarding the next generation that is coming out, it's all gonna be wireless built in. This is gonna be obsolete, but this will probably be the last purchase I purchased for the Vive until we purchase the next version of the Vive, you know. But if you're into Vive right now and you like what you're playing with, I highly recommend you getting one of these. But if you're like somebody that wants to wait for the next generation, it's around the corner. Wait for it. You'll get a better solution. In fact, it was announced by Facebook, which owns Oculus, that they're coming out with a new version, which is wireless, hand-free. You know, you don't need any units. It's all like a base system. So that'll be a great solution for those people that wanted to get into VR. I'm sorry, VR. It's a great solution for those people. Now let's move on and change the whole subject And let's see what else did I get today. For those that like retro gaming, bam! I got this box in the mail. It came from China. From China. And I bought it because I want to build my own personal joystick system. And it came with all these buttons. Woo, we're talking about a lot of buttons, dude. It came with all these buttons. If you guys are not familiar with it, they're gaming buttons. That's all they are, gaming buttons. But we're gonna build our own gaming system here. We're gonna modify a system. Actually, I bought one of those one-up systems. It's an ugly piece of shit that I shouldn't have bought it, but I bought it, and we're gonna modify it. And after looking at it, I'm kind of kicking myself in the ass for buying it, but you know, it's too late. I bought it already. It's on the mail, and we're gonna. All I have to do is upgrade it. Oh shit, things are falling apart. Oh no, they give you extra parts. Okay, this is an LED, so it's all based on LED lights too. I wanted to light it up like a Christmas tree. And check these out, man. These are the actual modules that connect to the USB. So when you plug in and you wire these systems, you wire into one of these modules right here. Let me show you exactly how it looks like. And I know they have it all nice and cover and everything, but I'm gonna open it up. So what you do with this system, they even give you the instructions how to set up. So if you're not familiar and you don't know what this is, it's a perfect timing to stick around and watch us, because we're gonna bring more stuff like this. So all these buttons here, they're all light up. There's different. There's like red, yellow, and blue, and black, I think. So they all connect to this system, this unit, this board. That it's a USB board, and transfers the USB connections over to the system. RetroPie, it could be your anything PC that's capable of handling a USB item. So from there you could program any button after, but it will be recognized from the motherboard. They give you a little specs of what button is what. You can go with that, or you can go on your own. And I'm going to go on my own and program every single one of them, because once I set them up, I pretty much reprogram it on the actual Raspberry Pi. So I'm not going to need it for, unless I'm going to be accurate and set up the controllers exactly like an Xbox or a PS4. That's the only reason I would probably do that. But this little motherboard transfers all these signals into here, into a USB connection. That's pretty much what it does. Awesome little device. It's becoming this is the norm for the system. If you're gonna buy a arcade system, this is probably what you're the next generation compared to the big motherboards they used to have. Let me see what. Oh, they give you the joysticks too, and this is pretty neat. The joysticks even connect there too. In fact, the joysticks have their own connection. It should be right here in the back here. This is only for joystick. This is for all the buttons. You guys see that? Buttons. I think this one's also a joystick too, but this, or the rolling ball too, if you have it. You could pre-program it yourself and get rid of this and solder every single module into the slot. In fact, it tells you all the numbering here. You can do that. You could do that manually, but it will take you a long time and then tedious. If you solder the wrong thing or you mess up, then you would have to start all over. That's why I prefer just plugging them in. Somebody created this in. Somebody made it easy for me. Fine. Back in the days, you would have to solder every single stick into it, but now, thank God they made stuff like this, and thank God we evolved to something better, because this is something that's a good thing. Now the joystick itself, this module was probably like $60 altogether. It comes preset already. It's good quality. I was looking around with it, and it's really good compared to the one I have. I actually have the Thunderstick, the one from X Arcade. It's a really good unit, but this also is really neat. Now, the only thing I didn't like about it, that this unit came with these balls here. Don't get excited, Stagger. I said balls for the game, right? Now, these balls don't light up. I wish they did. I could buy them and pre-wire them, but then I didn't like that. They're basic colors. There's a red one and the blue one, and of course they give you all the wires, which is great because I don't have to remake them. I could just plug them in myself. I don't have to redo them, which is great. That's one thing I kind of feared in redoing these wires, because if you mess up, then you're screwed up. And if you have to notice, you could notice a difference on them. So one end is pretty much the metal plate, and then the other end is the red plate, which goes into the motherboard. And that's how they connect. They all tie down each other. Of course, they give you a couple instructions, because you got to be careful how you're gonna plug in the lighting, the LED lights, because like the buttons light up, and they give you instructions in here on the motherboard too, and how to plug it in. So if you're not familiar with it and it's your first time doing something like that, don't be afraid of it. I mean, jump into stuff like this. So they give you the pre-setup, how it's supposed to look and how the button's supposed to look too. And then they give you the specs, the schematics on the motherboard of what needs to be connected to the system. That's about it. But they're supposed to give you 2 motherboards. If you guys want to stick around how I'm going to do this, not today. We're waiting for a couple of parts. So what I'm going to do, I might start this weekend with this theme. Build my system here with you guys watching, you know, maybe live streaming, and I was gonna solder it, but it just takes too long and too tedious of a work to do this stuff, and then it's bad for your eyes too, you know, focusing too much on stuff, micro stuff like this. It's just a lot of work too. So what I'm gonna do, I like these buttons. Look, they even give you player 1 player, 2 players. There's a coin button. There's 2 players. This is for stagger. This is just for stagger. For him and his boyfriend. It's perfect. You put that in your cake when you get married. So you got these buttons, and they all light up, every single one. And you know, they're made durable. They're very durable, and they come with the twister too, so you can actually flush them in. Now, one thing, when you drill these are actually smaller than the other ones, so I might have to do a test run before I actually drill the stuff on this stuff. So it's not that bad. I mean, when you twist them and they're supposed to be flush. But I like the whole, when I saw these, I fell in love with them because the colors were all like yellow, red, and blue, and they were lighting up, and you can change them how you want. And then, dude, I just wanted to play, you know. They give you here's the 4 colors right here. And of course the white ones are there's one for the coin ups, and there's one for first player and second player. Great little buttons, man. I mean, they feel awesome. I mean, they're made not of plastic. They're made actually. It's stainless steel, or it might be most likely aluminum. But it's still, you know, they're not all plastic like the other ones. The other ones are all plastic. These are actually nice, good making, man. And you can find these in a lot of places. You can find them cheaper, but the cheaper you can find them, the quality is gonna drop, of course. So if you want to spend money on something good, I would suggest them like this. You know, I bought them through Amazon. They were $60, but now coming to think about it, they look very well. I haven't counted them. I just got them in the box like this. How you see them, you know, they're all stuff in there. But it's something I'm gonna do next. But overall, the whole star of the show here was the antenna. I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys enjoy a little setup. We're gonna be back with Black Ops. I might not film tomorrow, but I might, just depends on the day how it goes, you know. And lately I've just been kind of chilling, so we're gonna see if we could come out with some better stuff. And like I said, I'm gonna do more of the retro. I finished that RetroPie system. I'm gonna show you exactly what I did to it. You guys gonna be, damn, you went all out. So not only did I finish the system, but I added something that you guys gonna like when I show it to you guys. So I hope you guys liked the show today. It was nice and simple. I hope you guys enjoy my videos I have. I've been kind of kicking back more on the hands-on DIY stuff, you know, because I'm that kind of guy. But then once in a while I get oh, no problem, man. Thank you very much, guys. And like I said, see you guys. Hope to see you guys tomorrow. Maybe I'll see you guys next time, right? Have a good day. GG's.